I'm Subin Lim from Republic of Korea, and I'm studying elementary education at Seoul National University of Education. And let me introduce my teammates who prepared this lesson together. There's Jihyun Park, who's waiting, and Dongwon Yoo, also from Republic of Korea and studying elementary education. We came to Philadelphia to participate in the 2022 Vision Camp hosted by the Korean Ministry of Patriots and Veterans Affairs. I'm here today to attend NCSS Pre-Clinic, one of the purposes of 2022 Vision Camp. Today, I will be demonstrating the class about honoring the sacrifice through STEM H analysis, which is on the Honoring Sacrifice book, page 183, chapter 6, STEM H, part 2. And considering the level of the chapter 6, STEM H, part 2, we have made this lesson aiming for elementary school 6th grade to 7th grade students. Also, since I have time limit that I'm allowed to demonstrate the lesson, I'm going to assume some videos or activities to be all seen or to be all done. So I ask you a generous understanding for that. And I'll start the class. So, hi everyone, how are you today? Good. So that's good. I'm glad that most of the students are feeling good today. On last lesson, I have given you a homework about watching the video explaining about DPAA, which stands for Defense Po-MIA Accounting Agency, and filling the blanks of this worksheet. Did everyone finish their homework? Yes. Great. So then, do you remember what DPAA is and how scientists in DPAA works to honor the sacrifice of the veterans? Yeah. Some people know. Yes. No worries, because we'll watch the video again, and after the video, we will check the answer of the homework worksheet together.
Aloha, and welcome to the Defense POW MIA Accounting Agency, home to the world's largest anthropological forensic laboratory. I'm Sergeant First Class Corey Otterberg, and I'll be your tour guide today. Follow me. On the 3rd floor is our laboratory.
You are viewing the largest forensic skeletal laboratory in the world. That's right, the entire world. These glass cases represent the 3 main pursuits of DPAA: investigation, recovery, and identification.
Right, so we have all seen the video. So, the mission of DPAA is providing the fullest possible accounting for our missing personnel to their families and the nation. Now, everyone, put your homework worksheet on your desk, and we will share the answers together. DPAA Overview Video Guide. Great job, everybody. Now that we have checked the answer of our homework worksheet, I believe that our class has now know about DPAA and the role of the scientists working at there. Hello? Oh my God. I see, sure. Yeah, I think we can work out on that. Yes, oh, no worries. I hope everything goes fine. Yeah, oh, well, I have to go now because I'm in the middle of the class. Okay, see ya. Everybody, I've got a big news from DPAA. They need your help. Recently, they have unexpectedly found many remains, and because they are lack of the scientists in DPAA laboratory at the moment, they left one of the remains to you. Do you think you can be the scientist of DPAA and commit to provide the fullest possible accounting for our missing personnel to their families and the nation as DPAA does?
Yes.
Yes? Wow. I'm very surprised of our classroom's passion to follow the DPAA mission. Great. Then I will do my best to help you guys learn one of the skills needed to investigate and identify the remains. So, this is the remain I got from the DPAA. It is tibia, which is limb segment from the bony bump of the inside of the shin below the knee joint to the bony bump on the inside of the shin above the ankle joint. It was found at the air loss point, Sinanri, Paean Country, Democratic People's Republic of Korea. The aircraft was B-26 Invader, and according to the given information from DPAA, this remain is found out during Korean War. However, the remains were damaged, so they couldn't identify whose remain it is. But there are 3 candidates who are believed to be one of the owner of it, since during Korean War, only one B-26 Invader aircraft was used. Now we're going to analyze it as a scientist of DPAA. Are you guys all ready? All ready?
Yes.
Okay, good. In order to help you become scientists like DPAA, I made a plan. So, over the class, we have to keep asking ourselves this guiding question. Let's read it together. 1, 2, 3.
How did the experts at the DPAA utilize the academic disciplines of STEM-based to honor the sacrifice of missing personnel from the Korean War by working to investigate, recover, and identify their remains?
Great. And today, the learning target is, the learning target I made to make you the scientist is this. So let's read it together again. 1, 2, 3.
I can utilize data to draw conclusions and evaluate the usefulness of that data in the identification process.
Right. And I have prepared 3 activities in order to reach the learning targets. Activity 1 is finding a relationship between length of tibia and stature. And activity 2 is utilizing scientific and mathematics formulas. And lastly, activity 3 is applying formulas and identifying. Okay, then let's start from activity 1, finding a relationship between length of tibia and stature. So, back to the first point. How can we identify the skeletal remains? How can we identify the remains? Good guess. Good guess. But take a look at the information profiles of 3 candidates. The only information we know is the name, age, position, and stature, and we have the bone. So, the information we have is only name, age, position, stature, and the bone. In this situation, how can we make the hypothesis between the information we have? How can we make the hypothesis? The point is on the length of this bone, 40 centimeters. Let me ask you a question. What do you think is the most correlated information in the table with the bone length? Name? Stature, that's right. It's not name, age, position, but stature. Then, who can tell your thought about the relationship between stature and the bone length? Here's a hint. Yes, David? Yes, that's right. The length of the bone is proportional to the stature. The bones and stature of an adult are longer than those of a child, right? Yes, long bones belong to a tall person and short bones belong to short. Now, let's see if the hypothesis that the length of one's bone is proportional to the stature is correct. From now on, let's form a group of 4 and do some activities. Great! Before we begin, I will explain the method of the activity step by step, so please listen carefully. You can find the similar worksheet on Honoring Sacrifice book page 200 to 201. First, everyone is going to measure the tibia and stature in the group. And how to measure the tibia? From the bony bump on the inside of the shin below the knee joint to the bony bump inside the shin above the ankle joint is the length of the tibia. Second, you are going to calculate the ratio. And how to get the ratio is stature of a person in centimeter divided by tibia length in centimeter. Then you can get the ratio. Third, once all the team members finish finding out the ratio of themselves, the team have to calculate the average of the ratio. Fourth, complete the following formula with that average of ratios. The formula is estimated stature equals tibia in centimeter times ratio. And fifth, test your hypothesis by using the formula that you have established in previous process. You can plug that measurement into the formula that you made. So estimated stature equals length of tibia times average of ratio. Finally, measure the remaining team members' estimated height in centimeter and actual height in centimeter in the chart that I had that is written on the worksheet. Okay, so this is the formula that we are going to use. Length of a tibia times stature divided by tibia equals estimated stature. Okay, the method I have just explained is written on the worksheet. So whenever you need help on the progress, you can read the method on the worksheet, or you can always ask my help. Now I will hand out the worksheet. And I will give you 10 minutes to work with the group. So I'm gonna walk around and see if everyone is doing good with the worksheet. Now 10 minutes have passed. If your team finished the activity, show me your thumbs up. Great, everybody is done. So, after you complete the first worksheet, can you say that our hypothesis is true? This hypothesis, is it true? Right, it is true. As I walked through the class and saw the worksheet, I guess everyone seems to have obtained it well because the estimated height and actual height were not much different. Then let's move on to the next activity, activity 2, utilizing scientific and mathematical formulas. Please take out your electronic device to use the QR code to get into the Padlet. Okay, I'll give you 5 seconds to get this QR code. 1. Okay, so once you are in the Padlet, please click number 1 Padlet. Because in fact, the hypothesis we have just made in the activity 1 is a scientific fact that has already been tested. The number 1 Padlet is about utilizing scientific formulas, right? So, who wants to read this paragraph? Oh, Youngin, can you read this paragraph?
Yeah. The study of human anatomy has determined that physical stature can be estimated based on the length of long bones such as the femur, humerus, and tibia. Dr. Trotter's formulas developed in her work identifying Korean War service members take into account hundreds of data points like those you gathered in the previous exercise. But more importantly, the formulas account for variables such as the variations that exist in the relationship between height and bone length. For the next activity, you will use formulas similar to those developed by Dr. Trotter.
Great job, Youngin. Thanks for reading. So, we have 3 ways to estimate the stature of a person by the length of bone, such as femur, humerus, and tibia. However, since we got tibia from DPAA laboratory today, we are only going to learn the formula of tibia. In order to estimate the height of a person by length of tibia, this is the formula you need. Using the formulas up here, we are going to practice. Let's calculate the height of the remains excavated at the Berkshire aircraft crash sites. Click the Padlet number 2. The tibia found at the virtual aircraft site was 37 centimeters. So length of tibia was 37 centimeters. I will give you 2 minutes to calculate the estimated stature range by using the formula we have previously learned. So it's this formula. And write your answer on the comment below. The comment on the Padlet. If you have trouble remembering the formula, you can easily see it on the Padlet, or you can call my help. Okay, Rosie, you wrote the answer. What is the answer? Great work, Rosie. The estimated height range is 168.48 centimeter to 175.22 centimeters. Let's calculate it again with me. I think there's something problem in here, but let's do it again, and let's do it with me. So, the length of the tibia is 37 centimeter, right? Then you have to put 37 centimeter in this length, right? So, 37 times 2.52 plus 78.61 equals
171.85.
Yeah, that's right. Thank you. Great work. So then you got that answer, right? And then you have to calculate the error range of plus minus 3.37 centimeter. So with that answer, you have to minus 3.37 and plus 3.37. Then you will get the answer of 168.48 to 175.22 centimeters. Okay, then, if the tibia belongs to one of these 3, Daniel, Chris, and Joseph, who is most likely to be the owner of the bone? So, the estimated height range is 168.48 to 175.22 centimeters. Then, who is the most likely to be the owner of the bone? Joseph, right? That's correct. Yes. Joseph is most likely to be identified since the estimated height range is this, and Joseph's stature is 107 centimeters, so it belongs to this range, right? Good. Are you all with me?
Yes.
Okay, if you got it, show me your thumbs up again. Okay, I guess everyone is now ready to go into the real action. Okay, so now let's move on to the activity 3, applying formulas and identifying. If you are in the Padlet, please go into the number 3 Padlet. From now on, we are going into the real situation that to help DPAA identifying the remains by using the formulas we have just learned and practiced. So today, our mission is to investigate and identify the remains. And like I said at the start of the class, we have 3 candidates who were missing in aircraft during Korean War. So our duty is to find out whose remain it is. Let's start from Captain Abel. He was pilot. His age 30, position pilot, and stature 179.97 centimeters. And second Lieutenant Baker, age 23, position navigator, stature 172.085 centimeters. Lastly, Staff Sergeant Fox, age 19, position gunner, stature 193.08 centimeters. So, then, once the tibia is 40 centimeters, let's find out the one's stature. So, let's calculate this formula. And if you find out the answer, please comment below on the Padlet. So, is everybody done? Good. Now, then, we will calculate this together. So, the length of the tibia bone times 2.52 plus 78.61 equals the stature with the error range of plus minus 3.37 centimeters, right? And Captain Abel's stature was 179.07 centimeters, and First Lieutenant Baker 172.085 centimeters, and lastly, Staff Sergeant Fox 193.04 centimeters. So the length of the tibia bone that we have given by DPAA laboratory was 40 centimeters. Then let's find out the range of estimated stature. So what we have to do, what we had to do was to put 40 centimeters into the tibia bone blank here. And so 40 times 2.52 plus 78.61 equals
179.41.
Okay, 179.41. Then if you want to get the estimated stature, you have to calculate the plus minus 3.37 centimeter, right?
Yeah.
Then, what is, can anyone tell me the estimated stature range? Yes?
176.04 centimeter to 182.78 centimeter.
Hey, right, that's the answer. Okay. Very sorry. It's hard to remember the answer, but then let's find out. Sorry. Finally, then I will give you 2 minutes to discuss with your team member to make the final conclusion of whose TBA it belongs to. Make the conclusion according to the data we have just made. So, Youngin, can you tell me the answer again?
I think
Can you tell me the answer of this estimated schedule range?
range
Yes. Again, with loud voice, please.
176.04 centimeter to 182.78 centimeter.
Okay, so the stature was 176 centimeter to 182, right?
Yeah.
Then, who is most likely to be on that range? 176 to 182. Abel, right? Okay, Abel. Does everyone agree with the opinion? Abel is most likely to be the owner of the boat?
Yes.
Okay, great. Then I will send the data and our conclusion to DPAA, and they will DPAA. And make the conclusion according to the data. Okay, so let's wait. So you said Captain Abel. And this is a sound that I am sending the data and conclusion to DPAA laboratory. And let's wait for their reply. Their reply is matching. Great. So, combining all the data, including ours and DNA data from DPAA laboratory, it matched to Captain Abel. Thanks to your work, we have contributed to fulfill DPAA's obligation to those individuals, their families, and the nation to honor the sacrifices of all service members. So, today, what we have learned is how to utilize data to draw a conclusion and how to evaluate the usefulness of that data by making and testing the hypothesis. I have last question to ask you. What limitations might exist in using stature estimates in identification? There can be limitations or weakness that might exist in using stature estimates in identifying. Yes, Tiffany? That was good answer. Tiffany said there could be significant variation in leg segments of people with the same height. So, when DPAA works in the progress of investigation and identification, they not only use the formula we have learned today, but also the DNA test or other scientific or mathematical analysis in order to make an accurate conclusion. So, on the next lesson, we are going to learn the DNA analysis used in the DPAA to investigate, recover, and identify the remains. Sounds interesting, right? Yeah. Okay. So today we have achieved this mission by using the scientific and mathematical reasoning. So, does all of us now understand the mission of DPAA?
Yes.
Yeah, good. Then let's read the mission of DPAA together and wrap this lesson. Let's read it together. 1, 2, 3.
Providing the fullest possible accounting for our missing personnel to their families and the nation.
Great. Let's give a big applause for everybody who worked so hard for this lesson.